All right, so with that, we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to Hydronian Gardens. My name is Nate Wicke. I have a background in urban planning and golf management, and I'm part of the TEI program at UF.
Hi, my name is Kevin Anton. I have a background in architecture and computer animation. I'm a second year MSAS TEI student.
My name is Olivia Lee, and I am a junior at UF right now, getting my undergrad in landscape architecture with a minor in sustainability.
And so for our project, we really wanted to focus on reinventing the water park by making it an experience that extends into the evening. So a lot of our focus was on transitioning into those nighttime hours. But to start, the Hydronians were a Mediterranean civilization that was built around the active and passive principles of water. So a lot of waterfalls, placid lagoons, those are the features that we are pulling off of. The Hydronians built gardens around these waters and monuments representing each principle of the water. Since then, since the end of the Hydronians, the area has been developed with colorful Mediterranean architecture. And the park itself incorporates the historical Hydronian structures, lush vegetation, and bright modern buildings as well that are often seen in the Mediterranean. It also incorporates the lively and bioluminescent properties of the water and the foliage that exists in the area. So we did end up selecting a site for our project, which is located right in the heart of Orlando's tourism industry, right next to the convention center near Epic Universe and SeaWorld. And so once we had that site selected, we ended up starting some planning, and Olivia is going to take you through that.
Yes, so when we were coming up for the design for this park, we did a lot of research into current water parks and looked at what works in terms of layout for them and what we thought could be improved on or changed. And we kind of settled on trying to find a balance between the thrilling attractions and the more tranquil ones, so that guests are not necessarily like pulled to only one part of the park. They will go through and experience the whole thing. So at the top corner of the park is where you enter, and then you move through towards the center through a Mediterranean marketplace. And then to the north of that is the kids pool area, connecting to the family wave pool gathering space. And then moving back to the central lake is where the fountain show feature is. And on both sides of that, we have our two temple slides to that highlight the water spirits. And then as you move down towards the south right side of the site, there is the snorkel garden and the adult pool and spa. And then on the left side is a rapid ride and a restaurant with interactive water gardens. And then Kevin is going to talk about one of our central features.
Yeah, so we decided to, since it was a tall task to develop all of this, we each chose an area of the water park to develop further. So the one that I worked on was the two water slides. And these water slides, they pay homage to the two water spirits. So one of our water spirits is the Atio spirit, which represents the dynamic and thrilling properties of water in motion. And its symbol is the roaring wave. And our other water spirit is called the Raku spirit, which represents the tranquil and serene properties of water at peace. And its symbol is the tranquil wave. And for the design of the slides, we borrow from the Mediterranean aesthetic in incorporating traditional water slides. So this is a render at the end of the marketplace when you get to the central hub with the Fountain Show Lake and the two slides flanking the show lake on top of their cliffs. And at night, keeping with the reinvention, we wanted to extend the park hours. So and extend the water park experience through the night. So for the slides, the guest RFID tags activate the LEDs on the water slide, so guests can have different experience as they go throughout the day. And also the Fountain Show Lake is also the home for the water show nighttime spectacular. And then here's another bird's eye view of the slides. So guests would enter at the base, entering through this cavernous type of queue where the stories of each spirit is being told throughout the walls of the caverns as they ascend to the top of the slide. And at night, as you can see, the experience changes with the glowing of the lights on the slides, as well as the colored fountains on the fountain lake. And with that, Nate will talk about the development of the gardens.
Yep. So this is Hydronian Gardens. So there are 3 gardens dispersed throughout the park. During the day, these gardens are going to act as a reprieve from the more intense attractions. And how they work is you walk through, you have your RFID band, and it's going to be able to pick up that RFID and recognize that someone's there. So as you walk through, the water is going to activate, fountains will go off. They might squirt at you, things of that nature. And then at night, it's going to transition into a very bioluminescent garden. So not only will your RFID interact with the water features, but at night, they're also going to interact with the bioluminescence in the water and in the plants as well. And then another feature that we are incorporating into this park is our snorkel experience, which Olivia has more on.
Yes, so our snorkel trail is located right after you move past the central fountain area and between the adult area. So this attraction is a peaceful, lush underwater garden where guests will be able to snorkel and have interactions with wildlife and gain a stronger appreciation and stewardship for protecting the animals and coral reefs in the real world. So in this first render, you can kind of see how the guests are able to move around and have their own individual experience. We have 2 treasure hunt kind of features throughout the trail that correspond with each water spirit. And then at night, the underwater garden is lit up with colorful lights so guests can carry the experience into the evening.
And then the last feature that has a dual use is the flex pool. So during the day, the flex pool is going to have a ropes course set up. This ropes course is going to be similar to something that you would see at a day camp or at a lake camp that you would go to over summer. There's going to be several different challenges for guests to experience and challenge themselves. Also, the front portion of this pool, so near the big paved area that you see, there is actually a diving well. So those towers are going to be used as jump towers. So for our guests that want a more thrilling daredevil type of experience, they'll be able to go up there and see how high they're willing to jump from. And then at night, because there's a lot more of liability with that sort of thing at night, the pool gets closed and then actually turns into a nighttime show. So that big paved area is actually the viewing area for this show. It's sloped and has tiered seating so that everyone will have a good view, because a lot of the activity will be down at the water level. And this show is going to include divers, synchronized swimmers, water acrobats, things like and water acrobats, and it's going to be a show that incorporates a bunch of water activities into it. And so with that, that is Hydronian Gardens. Overall, we feel that by adding these features to the park, it's going to really extend that experience from just a daytime, 10 to dinner time experience into the evening, and give guests a good reason to stick around into the hours of the late night. And with that, I know we aren't doing any questions, but if there's anything you would like clarified, we'd be more than happy to do that for you.
I'm confused as to how that's no questions. No
It's
question.
okay.
Any question?
If there's questions, go ahead and ask.
Are you presuming that a guest will stay for the entire length of the day and evening, or that that's two separate tickets, a daytime experience and a nighttime, or both?
It would be a single ticket for the day. However, that doesn't preclude promotions of, you get, a 4 o'clock and after pass or that type of experience as well.
Thanks.